A member of the Northern Elders Forum and chairman of Maje Foundation, Alhaji Rufai Mukhtar Damaje, has asked the Minister of Works, Babatunde Fashola, to honorably resign his position for failing to complete any project since his assumption of office as Works Minister 5 years ago. If you could recall that Raji Fashola, former governor of Lagos State, was saddled with two ministries together, encumbered with this. He had to deal with power and also with this. So it was kind of so tough and hard on him. At first, before he got that position, he said, electricity in Nigeria is not rocket science. Of course, he spoke as a man that does not understand the complexity, corruption in Nigeria. No, he does understand all of this, but he spoke that way, hoping that if given that ministry, he will be able to do something, maybe or not, or he just spoke as a result of his ego. The point is, electricity till date is not constant in Nigeria. Damaje said it is no longer story new that, for example, in the entire northern region, no single project embarked upon by the minister has been completed, despite the huge taxpayers' money allocated to his ministry. Mukhtar Damanje, who is presenting the views of the Northern Elders Forum, said if the minister refused to voluntarily resign, the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, should not hesitate to quickly sack him and subject him to scrutiny to know what happened to the billions of taxpayers' money allocated to his ministry. He went on to say, for example, look at the issue of Mambila hydropower project. Over time, the minister has been deceiving the president and indeed Nigerians that works have reached high percentage, but only for a committee to now expose that there is nothing on ground there. He noted that the issue of Mambila hydropower project is enough to sack the minister or asking him to resign honorably, but he chooses to remain aloof as if all is all right. He said if people like Fashola continue to talk about rotational presidency back to the South, they might provoke us to reject voting for anybody from that region because we consider him a failure and nothing more. You could see that no single road project is being completed under Fashola in the entire northern Nigeria. Even the darling Kano, Kaduna, Abuja road is saying cannot be completed till after their tenure. So what are we saying? Talking about the problems of insecurity in the north, Damaje worried that the region lacks leadership that will steer its mission and design a roadmap for its survival. We fall into the trap of insecurity for many reasons, one of which was because of lack of leadership in the region and indeed lack of tentative roadmap for its survival, and indeed negligence of the traditional institution which earlier on were our mirrors. I think a lot of people will see all of this as political undertone. That's just what it is, political undertone. That is what I believe a lot of you might see this as. Now, people are saying Buhari should be sacked first, and people said the bone of this is the shifting of power to the south. That is the problem of the north. They do not want to cede power to anybody. They just want to continue to be part of the government, or to be the head of the government rather. They said this man called himself a member of the Northern Elders Forum, but lacks the characteristics of an elder. If he said the North lacks good leaders, then should we continue to allow incompetent Northern leaders to rule? The South should produce the next president for this country to move forward. Well, for me, I do not think the North, the South, and all of this drama, presidency here and there, will make any difference. They are all birds of the same feather. They don't have anything to offer anyone. It is more or less the same huge amount of allocation money for a particular project that will never be finished. And even if they are going to finish the project, the amount of money that would have gone into it is so shocking. That's just it. Someone said, noted, but what of Brutai, the chief of army staff, and Mohammed, the inspector general of police? Elder should demand for their sack if they have God fearing, if they are God fearing, or they should retire voluntarily because of insecurity in the north. Boko Haram terrorists and ban. And that's the point. I kind of look at this person calling himself elder and speaking for the north. He talked about insecurity in the north, which is something that no one can hide or can say something else to cover. It is so glaring. But he has not called for the sack or the retirement or punishment or arrest of any of the northerners who are in charge of security in Nigeria. Yet he's talking about incomplete, uncompleted jobs here and there under the Minister of Works, Raji Fashola. He's talking about that rather than talking about everything holistically. He's not awesome in everything. He's not pointing to everything. If he had talked about insecurity and he had asked for the sack of Buhari's man and many other people, and maybe Buhari himself, people would have said, well, this man is robust in what he has said, in his utterances. He has covered every angle. He has nothing tribal. But from what I can see, this is tribal sentiment and nothing more. When you attack other tribes for whatever shortcomings or for crime or whatever, and you leave yours and you try to paint yours, then you know what it is. That is what I see this man doing. The North have failed leaders, and the North is failing already. That's just what it is. So they should extend their drag net to cover many other parts if they are to speak. Although speaking this way does not necessarily make a difference anyway. Anyone can speak. It's a platform, free. Social media is free. Anyone can call certain media, give them brown envelopes and speak and expect them to carry your information out there. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't mean that all what he has posited or he has said is going to make it different. If Fashola has failed, Buhari, the chief commander, is a total failure. Let's talk about Boko Haram. Let's talk about bandits. Let's talk about kidnappers. Let's talk about herdsmen. Let's talk about the evil, the insecurity in all the regions, particularly the north, and the recent one that happened at Lekki Toll Gate. Let's talk about all of this. Let's talk about the economy and many other things. This government does not have any clue at all. They do not have any clue. And secondly, there is this deliberate attempt by this government to make sure that they keep things the way it is. The point is, what people are complaining about, clamoring about, is not the objective of this government. That is why they care less about it. They are focused on their own objective, their own vested interests, and that is what they are pursuing. It is when they finish, that is when you will know what they have done for themselves personally.